frozen over. My heart. I feel like Alice, I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases, I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone mentioned walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases, I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone mentioned walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regrets. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Fuck you. But
you wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regrets. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regrets. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all French, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. On my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Oh, do I have a read on this?
Look overhead at the stars in the ocean. Foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone said shit. Walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. On my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all French, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. On my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. Last time someone said shit. Walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Oh hell no, I'm not. Ah!
I feel like Alice, I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone trenches, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. manifest. I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone mentioned walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Dude, mất chuyên đó cho bạn. Ok. Về. Oh.
You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia.
Wow.
Heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. Foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone mentioned walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky. California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Not be me, I'm gonna be very
stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases, I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. Look overhead at the stars in the ocean. Foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone said shit. Walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. On my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. But the open all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. On my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone said shit. Walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. friends, work on my realness, reading my manifest,
Ah.
I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat, all my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said,
That's it.
eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California, you told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California, you told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova. Stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone said you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat, full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said, eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California, you told me
What?
you loved him in Georgia.
What?
Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California, you told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova.
What is it? Oh. You guys help me with this. I just got the twins. Will you try to give me the hands? Baby? Baby. Correct. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 people to try to guess. Great.
I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it old French, work on my realness, reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat, all my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said, eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California, you told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California, you told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over, my heart's in the sky supernova. Stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone said you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat, all my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said, eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California.
Oh, why'd you gotta do that? Great, I got guest game now. Great,
Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova.
Oh my god, wait. Oh shoot, I should press that. Please, okay. Tell me. Yes, no, yes, no. I know these two are instant. God.
I feel like Alice, I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up,
Let's go.
all my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova.
And
Look overhead at the stars in the ocean. Foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion, you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you. Walking through your mazes. I've been waking up, drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen over. My heart's in the sky supernova.
oh, why is this got me? Not these two girls. Please. Oh! Yay! Please. Woo! Johnny. I knew it.
I feel like Alice, I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up, drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground frozen. heart's in the sky, supernova. At the stars in the ocean, foggy emotion, moments erosion. The supernova could cause a commotion. My mind's of the notion you still be my motive. I've been so fucked in my head. I've been going through phases. I'm just going through phases. Don't know what this craze is. The last time someone touched you, walking through your mazes. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. Full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I got my back stressed. You wanna grab this, you don't understand this. I keep it all fresh, work on my realness. Reading my manifest, I'll address your request. I've been waking up drenched in sweat. All my dreams full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova. I met you in California. You told me you loved him in Georgia. Your heart's in the ground, frozen over. My heart's in the sky, supernova.
Our members understand social distancing, being prepared, and overcoming challenges. USAA has been standing with them for nearly 100 years, and we'll be here to serve you for 100 more.
She told me that she loved me by the water fountain. She told me that she loved me and she didn't love him. And that was really lovely cause it was innocent. But now she's got a cup with something else in it. It's getting kinda blurry at 10:15. And he was in a hurry to be touching her skin. She's feeling kinda dirty when she's dancing with him, forgetting what she told me by the water fountain. Now he's grabbing her hips and pulling her in, kissing her lips and whispering in her ear. And she knows that she shouldn't listen, and that she should be with me by the water fountain. She couldn't be at home in the nighttime because it made her feel alone, but at that time she was too young. I was too young. I should have built a home with a fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young. I was too young. Too young. Too young. Too young. And if she ever goes back to the water fountain, the handle will be broken and the rust set in. But my hand, it will be open and I'll try to fix it. My heart, it will be open and I'll try to give it. Now I'm grabbing her hips and pulling her in, kissing her lips and whispering in her ear. And I know that it's only a wish, and that we're not standing by the water fountain. Too young, too young, too young, young. She couldn't be at home in the nighttime because it made her feel alone, but at that time she was too young. I was too young. I should have built a home with a fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young. I was too young. Too young. Too young. Too young. I should have built a home with a fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young. I was too When I was 15 in my parents' house, I met a good girl when school got out, and I was too scared to tell her how I loved her still. Well, I loved her still, I loved her still, I loved her still. Well, we grew up and we both moved out. We went to different schools in different towns. And is it too late to tell you now I love you still? Well, I love you still, I love you still, I love you still. Mistakes I made when I was younger, and it's too late to discover love at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer. And there are times that I wonder, is it too late to discover love at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer, summer, summer. Every now and then, so I can sit back and just pretend that when you call me, I will tell you how I feel. And I never will, I never will. I love you still, I love you still, I love you still, I love you still. Mistakes I made when I was younger, and it's too late to discover love at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer. And there are times that I wonder, is it too late to discover love at the end of the summer, at the end of the summer, summer, summer. Every night before I sleep, I like to think you think of me. every night before I sleep. I'd like to think you think of a thing that we should think of. And do you ever think of mistakes I made when I was younger? And it's too late to discover love at the end of the summer. At the end of the summer. And there are times that I wonder, is it too late to discover love at the end of the summer? At the end of the summer. Mistakes I made when I was younger, and it's too late to discover love at the end of the summer. At the end of the summer. And there are times that I wonder, is it too late to discover love at the end of the summer? At the end of the summer. Summer, summer. This is where I broke my wrist, where I thought I could fly, thinking I was Superman. So you know you can't cry, 'cause I wanted to be just like them and save my city from crime. I wanted to be just like them, just like them, just like them. Campbell's chicken noodle soup. When you stay home from school, remember watching MTV? When there was still music for you, just a kid on Choya Street. From my city built in the sand, my father said you'll be a man, be a man, be a man. I was born in 1994. Santa Claus is just not real, and Batman can't fly, and nobody's invincible, because I know people die. I saw it on the news when the towers fell down. September's not the same place now, same place now, same place now. Now tell me what you wanna be, because you grow up too fast. Cut my hair and sag my jeans, and never show up to class. Get ready 'cause it's time to leave. So pack up your bags and go be who you wanna be, wanna be, wanna be. I was born in 1994. I was born in 1994. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. My country, 'tis of thee, be who you wanna be. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. My country, my country, my country, my... I was born in 1994, and I was born in 1994. 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 Everybody has to get older. Even Jenny, she's just 19. Young and naive, she wants to find a way to be endless. Fight the science in defiance and be timeless. Silly little girl who tried to live forever. To live forever, gave away her soul to buy a bit of pleasure. Oh, the bitter pleasure. Wicked little boy who tried to steal her treasure. For the bitter pleasure. Now the curse forever. Cursed together. And if you could see the look in her eyes, the wolf wore the sheep as a perfect disguise. And she can't believe that she fell for his lies. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. And as she got a little bit older, look at Jenny. Now she's 90, still looks 19, and all she knows to do is survive and stay alive. And now she's crying, 'cause she's not dying. Silly little girl who tried to live forever. To live forever, gave away her soul to buy a bit of pleasure. Oh, the bitter pleasure. Wicked little boy who tried to steal her treasure. For the bitter pleasure. Now the curse forever. Cursed together. And if you could see the look in her eyes, the wolf wore the sheep as a perfect disguise. And she can't believe that she fell for his lies. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. And if you could see the look in her eyes, the wolf wore the sheep as a perfect disguise. And she can't believe that she fell for his lies. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. He promised forever, but she never knew the price. This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away.
Hey parents, would you like to help boost your child's confidence in math? Motivate them with Prodigy's fun and engaging membership today. Loved by more than 1.5 million teachers and 3 million parents, Prodigy's math game is teacher-approved and designed to improve your child's performance. Giving your child a membership unlocks exclusive in-game content and perks that are research-proven to boost your child's math knowledge and reduce math anxiety. When children unlock features and earn fun rewards, they're motivated to master more skills, answer more questions, and spend more time learning. Transform playtime into education time with a premium membership today. Take middle school teacher Shannon Hunt, for example.
I use Prodigy all the time in my classroom. I use it to have my students work on skills that they are learning in my classroom. I really like how it's adaptive. I have seen my kids love math, and they normally don't. So if we're working on a concept they don't understand, Prodigy helps me dig into it further in a really, really fun way.
Help your child succeed in math with a Prodigy membership today. Click the link below to get started.
The problem with hanging on to the past is when you're always looking back, you can't see what's coming. Forward collision warning with emergency braking assist. Standard on Sportage, Telluride, Sorento SX, and Seltos SX. Part of Kia's tough and ready lineup of SUVs. At Kia, we're committed to care, so we're offering 120 days of deferred payments and 0% APR for up to 75 months.
Away from the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
Please. If you guys
In
want
this
stuff
masquerade,
from
she can't feel the pain. Cover up her heart with a little paint while he's pulling out a flask to hide it all away. There's nothing left to say.
if you guys want anything from my
He
simulator,
knows that
please come to
they're
me and
drowning.
tell me what you guys want.
She hopes that there's still something left. Let go now, 'cause he's leaving. But she'd be fine pretending things were alright. Even while it's ending, keep it inside. She can feel them bending, all their love is pending. So what is she defending? Even when she says she'll open her eyes, all her words are empty when she denies that she can feel them bending. All their love is pending, so what is she defending? But she'd be fine
If you guys have like the
pretending.
17 fighting video, I would like to show you guys what that's never tell anything from the Halloween to Christmas.
She'd be stepping to the light, to look him in the eye, feeling so exposed.
Oh
She
my God,
tries to
my
stay
God.
composed, but every little fight and every little lie is impossible to hide. He knows that they're drowning. She hopes that there's still something left. Let go now, 'cause he's leaving. But she'd be fine pretending things were alright. Even while it's ending, keep it inside. She can feel them bending, all their love is pending. So what is she defending? Even when she says she'll open her eyes, all her words are empty when she denies that she can feel them bending, all their love is pending. So what is she defending? But she'd be fine pretend. She'd be fine. I hate to watch her hurt, I know it isn't right, but she can't find the courage to leave it all behind. I wish I had the words to help her realize that there is just no way to bring this back to life. He knows that they're drowning, but she'd be fine pretending things were alright, even while it's ending. Keep it inside. She can feel them bending, all their love is pending. So what is she defending? Even when she says she'll open her eyes, all her words are empty when she denies that she can feel them bending, all their love is pending. So what is she defending? But she'd be fine pretend. She'd be fine.
I'd like to imagine these games were made like a year ago and they just had people that patch whatever. For an entire year, they're like, okay, now what's the we made it 6 months ago. They have people on each side of the circle.
She was soft, she was kind, she was warm, and she was mine. And now she's getting married, now she's getting married, and I'm not the one she'll kiss goodnight. We were young, I'll admit, but I thought that this was it. And now she's getting married, all my hope is buried, and I wonder if she ever thinks of ice cream in the park, dancing in the dark, and holding like she'd never let me go. She'll dress up, wearing white, while I wait for a wife. And now she's getting carried from the sanctuary, and they're driving down the streets where we once held each other's hands, talked about our plans, and dreamed about the places we would go. Do you ever think, do you ever think, do you ever think of me? Do you ever dream, do you ever dream that we were meant to
I'm
be?
disappointed in you. Oh my
Do you
god.
ever think, do you ever think, do you ever think of me? Do you ever dream, do you ever dream that we were meant to be? So if I had the chance, I would ask for one last dance. And though we're not together, I'll love her forever, even when I'm buried. Now she's getting married. You've been hanging your conscience on the fence, 'cause you can't hold it. An empty promise laid to rest. A life is stolen, and there will be no consequence for what you've broken. Don't you know what your father said? We are the only, we are the brave, we are America, but we are to blame. Stand up, can you hear me now? All I really want now is your voice screaming out loud, saying we can make it, or we can make it. Fist up, don't put your hands down. All I really want now is your voice screaming out loud, saying we can make it, or we can make it. Biting our tongues for far too long, and they know it. They told us that hope would carry on. They really had us going. There will be no consequence for your sinful hypnosis. Don't you know what your father said? We are the only, we are the brave, we are America, but we are to blame. Stand up, can you hear me now? All I really want now is your voice screaming out loud, saying we can make it, or we can make it. Fist up, don't put your hands down. All I really want now is your voice screaming out loud, saying we can make it, or we can make it. I like it that you're calling every time you need something from me. I know you think I'm falling for all these tricks you're hiding up your sleeve. Pull a rabbit from your hat, anything just to distract from the motives that you don't know I can see. Pull the wool over my eyes, you don't know what you hide is providing me with everything I need. I know that you are using me, I'll just keep it to myself. 'Cause I know if I don't, then you'll just use somebody else. I like it when you're using me, so I keep it to myself. 'Cause I know if I don't, then you'll just use somebody else. Use me, use me, use me. Don't use somebody else. Use me, use me, use me. Don't use somebody else. I know that it's so easy to get me to do anything you ask. I know that you don't need me, but you know that I will keep on coming back. Pull a rabbit from your hat, anything just to distract from the motives that you don't know I can see. Pull the wool over my eyes, you don't know what you hide is providing me with everything I need. I know that you are using me, I'll just keep it to myself. 'Cause I know if I don't, then you'll just use somebody else. I like it when you're using me, so I keep it to myself. 'Cause I know if I don't, then you'll just use somebody else. Use me, use me. Don't use somebody else. Use me. Use me. Use me. Don't use somebody else. He set out with a backpack, a compass in hand, to steal Mona Lisa, and that was his plan. A modern day outlaw, he'll take what he can, vanish before you like tracks in the sand. His pockets were full, but his heart was so heavy. And all these material things can be deadly if no one is there who will share when you're 71. If only someone filled the spaces, he might settle down. He met her on Tuesday, on his way back from France. He rolled up the painting he stole with his hands. And even Da Vinci couldn't have sketched a more perfect woman than the one that he met. His pockets were full, but his heart was so heavy. And all these material things can be deadly if no one is there who will share when you're 71. If only someone filled the spaces, he might settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. He woke up in the morning with nothing around. She left with the portrait, no trace of her found. She was the outlaw, she was the one. She took the bounty and left him with none. His pockets aren't full and his heart is still empty. And falling in love, it can be just as deadly. And no one is there who will care when he's 71. If only someone filled the spaces, he might settle down. Settle down. He's 3 drinks down and he's driving fast. He's calling her up, but she took a cab. Back to their one-room apartment, back to where it all started. Walking up to the doorway, walking in just to realize she was long gone before he got there. Broken glass in the bathroom. Love is such a fragile dance. This love is such a fragile dance. She's wondering if she was right to leave before they got that chance to talk it all over. In a text message he wrote her, love is such a fragile dance. Our love is such a fragile dance. And no one knew that they were on the edge, 'cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. And no one knew that they were on the edge. 'Cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. He's 3 drinks down and he's driving fast. She's calling him back now, he's reaching. Car tires are screeching, car horns are screaming. He's wondering if he was right to pick a fight just to argue, but he can't take it back now. The last message he sent out, life is such a fragile dance. His life was such a fragile dance. Love is such a fragile dance. Their love was such a fragile dance. And no one knew that they were on the edge. 'Cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. And no one knew that they were on the edge. 'Cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. She's 3 drinks down and she's crying. No fight is worth fighting, no fight is worth dying, but all love is worth fighting for. And no one knew that they were on the edge. 'Cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. And no one knew that they were on the edge. 'Cause life is short and love is sweet, so love until you're dead. So love until you're dead. So love until you're dead. Well, my manager rang and said, I hate to break the news, but the label called today. They said they have to cut you loose. I felt broken like a vase that had fallen from the roof. Tears rolling down my face, Lord, what am I to do? I felt pain in my life so far, a fractured wrist and a broken heart. But this is sure to leave a nasty scar, one that might not heal. So I said, this is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. And I don't know how I'll survive. It's the worst day of my life. I'll admit it's a struggle, finding light in the tunnel. This is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. Well, I gave up my degree and I moved away from home. I was following the dream, now there's nowhere I can go. So I called up my mom and I was bawling on the phone. I was acting like a child, but I was all the way grown. I felt pain in my life so far, a fractured wrist and a broken heart. But this is sure to leave a nasty scar, one that might not heal. So I said, this is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. And I don't know how I'll survive. It's the worst day of my life. I'll admit it's a struggle, finding light in the tunnel. This is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. So I thought to myself that now it's time to choose. I can pick myself up or I can give in to the blues. So I swore in my heart that I was never gonna lose. I would crawl until I made it, 'cause I've got something to prove. I felt pain in my life so far, a fractured wrist and a broken heart. But this is sure to leave a nasty scar, one that might not heal. So I said, this is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. And I don't know how I'll survive. It's the worst day of my life. I'll admit it's a struggle, finding light in the tunnel. This is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. Gabriel, the oldest son, he praised the Lord and married young, became a priest and at confession, cured the people of transgression. Gabriel, he held the weight of everybody's toxic waste, and with the load upon his shoulder, couldn't sleep as he got older. Oh, what it means to be someone that everybody has to talk to, everybody has to talk to. Oh, our Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. Looking for a place to be or some place he could hide his grief, Gabriel ran to the beach and set out for the open sea. Heaved the baggage from the sands aboard the vessel with his hands, and when he couldn't see the land, released their sins on his command. Oh, what it means to be someone that everybody has to talk to, everybody has to talk to. Oh, our Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. As the problem slowly drifted, all the weight was quickly lifted from his back into the sea. He finally felt he was free. When he got home after months, sat down and waited for lunch, he looked down at an empty dish, 'cause all their sins had killed the fish. Oh, what it means to be someone that everybody has to talk to, everybody has to talk to. Oh, our Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. Gabriel, he had no one that he could talk to. But is Gabriel responsible? I am slowly learning that the things you promised me are burning like the embers of 1,000 willow trees, and every single secret has been broadcast like TV. Now all the threads are severed that were tying you to me. I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. Pull your knife out of my back, your blood runs black. I was just surprised at how you turned on me so fast. I let you in, I held you close. My blood flows like a river, 'cause I trusted you the most, and now I know it's over. Ooh, 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 I was so naive, I even let you in my home. Took you out for dinner and let you wear my clothes. I can't even breathe, I have your scent still in my nose. It's like I almost miss you, I should have known. I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. Pull your knife out of my back, your blood runs black. I was just surprised at how you turned on me so fast. I let you in, I held you close. My blood flows like a river, 'cause I trusted you the most, and now I know it's over. Ooh, 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 I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. I thought we were friends, but now we're enemies. Pull your knife out of my back, your blood runs black. I was just surprised at how you turned on me so fast. I let you in, I held you close. My blood flows like a river, 'cause I trusted you the most. And now I know it's over. Ooh, 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 it's over. Ooh, 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 it's over. Ooh, 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 it's over. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How fast can you ride your bike? He asked that Sunday night with a wild look in his eye. So I follow close behind. How fast do fast cars drive? That's what I replied. I don't stop at traffic lights. Yeah, that's how fast I ride. We used to ride at night. We used to glide on the west side. But he fell and broke his spine. So I just left him behind, behind, behind. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. And how fast can you grow up? And are you grown up enough to outgrow the things you love and leave an old friend in the dust? Yeah, I remember this one time when I picked up my phone line and I heard you on the other side, and you said, come on, let's ride. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. For worse or for better, we leave our friends behind. But then we remember we can't turn back the time. For worse or for better, we leave our friends behind. But then we remember we can't turn back the time. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. My old bicycle was a Ferrari. It rusted in the yard, and now I'm sorry. I crashed my car, so when I pull up to parties, I tell the girls my bike is a Ferrari. I can't believe you love me after all the things I've done. I think I've been the devil since the day that I turned one. Like when I stole your money just to buy a pack of gum. I know it wasn't funny, can't believe I was so dumb. I blame it on my age, but even now I'm not so young. I'm still stuck in my ways, I can't believe what I've become. Somehow you feel the same, I guess it's motherly love. Motherly love. Wish I could find the peace in me to see the good things that you see. It's not that easy. But if I saw me through your eyes, maybe I could find a way to forgive all of the lies and the stupid things I say. And if I could realize that it's your blood that I bleed, maybe I could love myself like the way that you love me. If I saw me through your eyes, through your eyes, through my mother's eyes. I can't believe you love me after all the things I did. Like when I said I hated you when we were in Madrid. Like when I didn't answer you cause I was on the road, but you cooked my favorite dinner for me right when I got home. I'd blame it on my stress cause I've been feeling so high strong. I'm looking for excuses and I know that isn't one. Somehow you feel the same, I guess that's motherly love. Motherly love. Wish I could find the peace in me to see the good things that you see. It's not that easy. But if I saw me through your eyes, maybe I could find a way to forgive all of the lies and the stupid things I say. And if I could realize that it's your blood that I bleed, maybe I could love myself like the way that you love me. If I saw me through your eyes, through your eyes, through my mother's eyes, through my mother's eyes, through my mother's eyes, through my mother's eyes. But if I saw me through your eyes, maybe I could find a way to forgive all of the lies and the stupid things I say. And if I could realize that it's your blood that I bleed, maybe I could love myself like the way that you love me. If I saw me through your eyes, through your eyes, through my mother's eyes. A paper crown in a heart made of glass, a tattered gown in a kingdom of ash. She walks alone. She can never look back. The story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea. She'll make it out, but she's never the same. She's looking down at the scars that remain, but you hold your ground. Though your kingdom's in flame, 'cause it's the story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea, knowing there's no one who will be a king that will come and save his queen. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high. And there's no one to love you when you build your walls too high. She's looking out from the war that's inside. You're screaming out, 'cause no one survived. But when you're all alone, you wait and you hide. 'Cause it's the story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea, knowing there's no one who will be a king who will come and save his queen. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high. And there's no one to love you when you build your walls too high. There's no one who is strong enough to save your love. There's no fairy tale. There's no fairy tale. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high. And there's no one to love you when you trap yourself inside. It's been 17 days since he left, 20 hours and 30 minutes. Count the seconds, every breath, and watch the road roll out like ribbon. And maybe she just can't forget all the miles they have driven since the moment that they met. He took her heart into his hands, turned into ashes, slipped through his fingers. It tore him apart, and he couldn't stand watching the magic turn into cinders. So when you pull away, don't let the memories blind you. All of the things you chase, falling away behind you, is something you can't replace. Chained to the love that binds you. Don't let the past remind you she's the last of her kind. The last of her kind. The last of her kind. It's been 23 days since they spoke, and he almost sent a postcard. And every sentence that he wrote etched like tombstones on a graveyard. And maybe he just can't accept all the strings that needed changing, the mistakes that he was making. He took her heart into his hands, turned into ashes, slipped through his fingers. It tore him apart, and he couldn't stand watching the magic turn into cinders. So when you pull away, don't let the memories blind you. All of the things you chase, falling away behind you, it's something you can't replace. Chained to the love that binds you. Don't let the past remind you she's the last of her kind. The last of her kind. He took her heart into his hands, turned into ashes, slipped through his fingers. It tore him apart, but he couldn't stand watching the magic turn into cinders. So when you pull away, don't let the memories blind you. All of the things you chase, falling away behind you, is something you can't replace.